artists and writers have the freedom to question society and to raise awareness, but should they observe limits on their freedom, or is that anathema to art? Let's get a word in from Chor Ramaswamy. Chor Ramaswamy, should writers observe limits on what they say?
No, that is what I say. My freedom is limited by the Constitution. The Constitution has expressly stated that the state government can enact laws to maintain the sovereignty and the integrity of the country, even if it encroaches upon the right to free speech. By free speech, it doesn't mean that I am not bound by anything. Then why should I be a citizen of this country?
But Mr. Ramaswamy, isn't India, I mean, let me get you to respond to what Ruchir Joshi is saying, that India is becoming a very intolerant country. We're placing too many restrictions on our writers and our artists. We're too scared.
Not at all. Not at all. The governance in India is highly irresponsible, allowing anything to go. Oh, well, just because somebody is a writer or somebody is a painter or somebody is an academician, it doesn't mean that he is above the constitution of the country. Then let us, why have a constitution? If we are going to speak on these lines, let us have no constitution. Let us have no laws, no criminal laws, no anti-secession act. Let us do away with all that and be a jolly good society where everyone will speak his mind.
Be a jolly good society. Okay, let me get it Ruchir Joshi. Ruchir, then as you're saying that, you know, everyone has the right to say exactly what they want.
No,
then
I think that's a real stretch, Mr. Ramaswamy.
Go ahead.
Mr. Chor Ramaswamy has been a famous satirist in his time, and he's really made a stretch here. To say that let's have no criminal laws, I'm not saying that people should be allowed to get away with violence, with carrying AK-47 guns and killing who they want.
No,
or
can Vaiko say what he can Vaiko say what he wants to say? Can Praveen Togadia say what he wants to say? Can Bal Thackeray say what he wants to say?
The right wing, the Bal Thackeray's and the Narendra Modi's and the Praveen Togadias do not show any self-censorship. They can say whatever in heaven's name that they like, and no one questions them, no one threatens them with FIRs, and no one threatens them to put them in jail when what they actually do is dangerous hate speech which actually kills people. Okay? And at the same time, the Constitution is being invoked now for stopping somebody who's raising a democratic argument. I am saying in my writing that Arundhati Roy is talking nonsense, and I'm pointing out why it is nonsense. Okay?
So that's the point. That's the point. If you would disagree with someone, write another book.
Exactly.
If you disagree with someone, write another book, write another article. Why threaten them with sedition? Why threaten them with jail?
But also, in this case, she hasn't written a book. Here, she is inciting people in a way to violence.
Although, at the level of ideas, I do believe that any union, and we are a union, in any union, the participating units, should have the right to either exceed or secede. In the case of Kashmir, that right was never given. They were given a choice that they were either going to be.
Let's not go to Kashmir. We're talking about the right to say whether Kashmir is an integral part of India or not.
As Chor Ramaswamy said, if Tamil Nadu wants to secede, I wrote an article in the Times of India.
So all this should be allowed. No. Everyone has the right to say exactly what they want to say.
You could do it in a newspaper editorial page article. You could do it in a book. But I don't go out in the streets of Tamil Nadu.
Okay, so it depends on how you say it. The form in which you say it is important.
But the idea of Union of India or any republic.
Ruchir, let me get you in on this.
Yes. I don't see the difference between writing an article and saying it on the streets.
Okay.
I don't see the difference. We should be able to say exactly what we want to say. We are a modern 21st century country which is very strong right now.
Okay.
If we can't do it, we're weak. We're like Pakistan or Afghanistan. We're not.
Okay, unfortunately we're completely out of time on this one, and Ruchir is in a complete minority in this panel. He's saying that we have absolute right to say exactly what we want. That's what differentiates us from Pakistan. The other panelists, Anupam Kher, Chor Ramaswamy, Kalidas, Anjali Menon, all saying that in fact Arundhati is stepping out of line and no artist has absolute freedom or no writer has absolute freedom, particularly not when they stray into political activism. Thanks very much to everybody. What are you telling us there at the end of the program? Should artists and writers observe limits on their freedom? Is this censorship or is this responsibility? Well, 79% believe they should observe limits. Thanks for watching.